matchmaking, basically the concept means connecting two people together for the purpose of marriage. In this context too, because the term matchmaking doesn't apply only to marriages, all right, they do matchmaking in sports. You want to know who's going to play against who, all of those kinds of things happen, right? There's all of that kind of lobbying sometimes that happens. And then it applies to several other things, but for marriage, all right, the concept of matchmaking generally just means bringing two people together for a particular purpose, introducing them together, helping them to connect for a particular purpose. In this case, it's for the purpose of marriage, all right? And different people have different opinions about it. I've heard people say outrightly that it's very wrong, it's bad, because you don't know who they're introducing you to, all the baggage in their lives, you don't know. How are you just going to meet somebody with no background? And, it's a valid concern, very, very valid concern. Whatever the case, I'd like to know what your thoughts are. Is it something you're open to? And if you're going to consider it, what would you be looking out for? What would you hope, what kind of service would you want to receive? All right. So some of the pros of matchmaking, like I tell people, for a marriage to happen, two people must meet somehow. Whether they are meeting electronically first, whether they are meeting at the mechanics workshop, whether they meet inside bus, whether they meet in church, whether they meet on Facebook. There's some kind of funny ways people meet. There's a particular couple I remember. One person bashed the other one's vehicle. And, came out charging at each other, and what was supposed to be quarrel a few months or a few years down the line. That was how they met, and they became married. Or they became a couple, rather. They got married. You see, so the meeting can happen anywhere, anyhow, any place, irrespective of what it is. What matters is that people get to meet. All right. So when people say, no, somebody should not introduce another person to you for marriage, the problem is not the introduction. What the real problem is what happens after the introduction. What kind of conversations are you people having? Are you having conversations? Do you know what to look out for? Are you at the mercy of the other person? Do you feel like because this recommendation has come in, I don't need to care anything again. I trust the person that recommended. Do you understand? Is that what you're doing? Okay, so somehow there must be a meeting point, right? And like I said, irrespective of where the meeting point is, what matters is that now that a connection has happened, do these two people know what to look out for in a partner? Do these two people who have met somehow, anyhow, right? Do they know what kind of conversations to have? Do these people know what kind of values to look out for? That's what's most important. Whether you're meeting in the bus, in the church, in the mechanics workshop, by chance, one brother, what's his name? Brother Ed. I don't know if you know him. Brother Ed sang that the club is not the very best place to find a partner. You know that song? But he said he goes to the bar. My point is, anyhow, there's a meeting, Sha. What really matters is when you guys connect, what is the quality of exchanges that exist? If you know that you want to get married, the truth is this happens naturally. Hey, Mazi, I see you. Good to see you, bro. This happens naturally, that once you have age for marriage, almost anybody that crosses your path that looks like what you would want, you would naturally evaluate them for marriage. Almost, you won't even think about it. It happens subconsciously. Is marriable that crosses his path. You go check him out on one kind. You go reason some things. Do you understand? It happens subconsciously many times. You don't even know when it's happening. You go just imagine, I can try this one. This girl fine. Let me know more about her. But you see, what really matters is you. What's your level of self-awareness? Do you know what you are doing? Do you know what you are looking for? Because if you do, by the time you draw close to that babe, and then you start, striking a conversation, and you hear the kind of things she's spewing out of her mouth. You say to yourself that, man, yeah, the girl fine, but man, I can't deal with this. This is not the kind of person I'm looking to do life by yourself will take caution and end that. It's not conversations to have. They don't know what values to look out for. Many times people get into relationship from a disempowered point of view. And let me speak more to the ladies in this respect. You know, you're saying to yourself, man, time is going, you know, I'm getting old, my mates have gotten married, what's happening? Me, I just need to get married. My only goal for 2024 is marriage. God, you know. They say my network is bad. No way, this is not the time for bad network. No. I'm switching right away. I have switched now, and I hope it gets. Then you would know when you meet someone whether two of you will be a good match, whether you're going the same direction, whether you have the same values. And that's why we tell people that in the relationship, what should happen more is conversations. Leave all the mushy things first. If you're going to get married to this person, you will have time to do it for a long time. Even though some people are not doing romantic things again in their marriage, or they have seen each other finish. They are not living like brother and sister. That is not right. So that is not the idea. But, you know, for a relationship that is just starting towards marriage, we're saying you guys should focus more on conversations. There is a lot that will be revealed in conversations. There's a lot you will get to know about people. You don't even need to ask all the questions. I mean, from just talking about anything, from just talking about politics, for example, you begin to see what kind of values they have. From just talking about religion, perhaps you begin to see what kind of values they have. From just talking about trending things, you begin to see what kind of values they have. You know, there are so many things to talk about that will be a revealer of the quality of person that this individual is. You see, so the real challenge is not how you met. The real challenge is what happens after the connection. So that said, that is my number one justification for making a case for matchmaking. It's not out of place. Because really, they are good people. You know, I'm not one of those who thinks that everybody in the world is bad. You know, some people have said, no good gay, this world they gay. All the boys are useless boys. You can stop all those kind of things. You know, I had one session where I talked about your beliefs and all of that. You know, you have to stop. If that's how you think, that all the boys in this world are just playboys, you know, no serious person again. All the men are just cheat in this world. If that's how you think, you know, that is very disempowering, and more unfortunate is that would create for you your own reality. Your reality would always go in the direction of your dominant thoughts and your beliefs. Your beliefs are your self-fulfilling prophecy. All right. So if that's what you believe about life, about boys, about guys, about relationships, about ladies, then there's a lot of work in it. And that's why we're doing these kind of sessions that we're doing. Because the idea is to work on you, to help you become a better person. All right. So for those who joined later on, I was willing to bring people into the live room. I had said before that I didn't intend to do teaching today. I wanted us to interact. I wanted to hear from you what your thoughts are about matchmaking. Would you consider it? Would you not? You know, so if you want to join me in the live room, feel free to send me a request. So far, the requests have come in, have not worked yet, but we keep trying. Sherry, I sent you a request again. I sent you an invite again. I don't know if you're seeing my invites, but we'll keep trying. I'm also trying to accept yours. It's not coming through. So we keep going. All right. So how did I even get into matchmaking? At some point, I coordinated a campus fellowship, Christian Fellowship International. And it's a large fellowship, especially more around the south, and little presence in some parts of the north and southeast, you know. So I knew Christian brothers and sisters across Nigeria, I knew people everywhere, almost in every state. There are people I knew there. And I know this guy. He's a cool guy. He's a great guy. I know this lady. She's a great lady. Off my head, I'm just thinking, maybe they'll be good for each other, or let's try. Do you understand? And that was how I started doing some connections. Bro, so far now, you don't get babe. You don't get, why you never get babe? The one where I did reason before, this one, that one. I say, okay, get this sharp babe sharp for so place, we're on a reason now. Who knows what will come out of it? Okay now, so that was how I started matchmaking, because I just felt like these people don't know themselves. Someone needs to connect them. Something needs to be the connection. Something needs to be the common grounds for these guys to meet themselves. So that was how I basically started it. Just trying to link brother A to sister B, and yeah, it was making a lot of sense. People were just coming out of school, finishing youth service, and getting hooked up with their life partners, and it was cool. For me, it was just hobby. It was just fun. As a matter of fact, I remember back then in my BlackBerry phone, some people will be surprised to know. Anyway, I won't mention the names of people whose names I had in my, but I had a long list of guys and girls, ladies, hey brother, I see you, man. I had a long list of people who I thought, okay, let me see. I used to do what's this kind of puzzle you do, right? Crossword puzzle. I used to just do, brother E, go well with sister X. Let's see. So I used to do that, all of those permutations. And I actually did some of those connections. Some of them didn't even know when they were being connected. Because sometimes I'll just invite you to a church service. And then I will introduce both of you as CFI. It's like, hey, meet this guy finished from Uniport. This lady finished from Unibed. Oh, yeah, how are you? Yeah, cool. What? I expect you guys to be able to know what to do and take it up from there. Some people knew what to do and took it up from there. All right. Some did not. Some I will have to draw their ear and say, see this babe now. What's wrong with you? Start talking. What's wrong with you, man? And then sometimes I'll just follow up. How far are you guys still talking? Yeah. We even saw the other day. Hey, what's the conversation? How is it going? Those are the things that really motivated me to start it. But the point is, someone needs to be the connector. Someone needs to be the bridge, or something needs to be the connector. All right. So in this case, what I'm doing is, I created a private group on Telegram. I'm going to run this on Telegram because I'm just trying to keep it as lean as possible. I've tried to do the whole software thing before, app and all that. Some of those things are quite capital intensive, and there are a few other things I was trying to eliminate. So I'll get back to that later. But for now, I'm keeping it as lean as possible. So what we're doing now is we've created a private Telegram group, and what we're saying is, guy man, you believe yourself. I be husband material. I get sense. Any woman will marry me. She don't hit jackpot. In a healthy way, because that's how some narcissists used to think, that they're the best thing in the world. Then somebody's daughter now will go and enter their life and they will frustrate the woman's life. It's not that one. But in a healthy way, you believe that I'm a great guy. I'm hardworking. I have a vision. I know what love and empathy means. I know what it means to be caring, to be committed. And I think I'm ready to do life with someone, man. I'm ready to meet somebody. All right? Those are the kind of people we want in our community. Those are the people we want. And that's why we call it SingleAndReadyClub. We want to meet people who say, yes, I am ready to start life as a married person. Not just for what the partner I will meet will be to my life or will bring to my life, but I want to contribute to someone else's life. I'm looking for someone with whom I can share myself, with whom I can commit, to helping bring their dreams to pass. Those are the kind of mindsets we want to see. Those are the kind of people who are emotionally mature and ready for the union of marriage. Because what marriage brings is a lot of responsibility. And the truth is, if you don't make a commitment, if you don't have that level of heart commitment to someone, when the responsibilities start coming, you will just want to get out, man. Why do you think so many people walk away from their families? Why do you think some men just wake up one day and just disappear? I beg, too much. It's because they did not build this capacity. And when the responsibility started coming, it was overwhelming, and they said, you know what, I beg, make I survive, I beg, and they run away. I'm not saying that is good. Of course, I can't say that, but I'm just letting you know that it's better you get in prepared. If not, the responsibilities that come can be overwhelming, can indeed be overwhelming if you haven't built capacity. All right. So what the love nest is for is, young man, you're ready. Young lady, you're ready. All right. But your challenge has been that you've not been able to meet, people who can reason with you on the same frequency with respect to your values and your beliefs, intellectually and stuff like that. And you want to, you don't mind, an environment where you can see such people and get to meet them. That is what we're putting together. That's what we are saying. That, okay, now we want to do something about it. And we've been shouting since singles, go and marry you, marry you, marry you, marry you, marry right. So it's not just about telling you to marry. We're saying we're creating a safe place. And why am I calling it a safe place? Because, we have rules, and we have, what you call it now, there's a minimum expectation we have of the kind of people we're going to admit into the community. Okay, like I said, I'm starting lean, and then at Namidi Run-Up, it's not a software. In the same way I put you inside, I can remove you. I can block you. You will not be able to. Do you understand? And it's not a community that anybody can just find online and jump in. And the way we're going to do it is such that while you're in the community, I don't know if you understand how some of these private Telegram channels operate. You can't see other people in the channel, all right? But what matters is that we'll be able to share. We from our end will be sharing, the details of the people who are members of the community. You'll be seeing pictures for those who want their pictures, who don't mind their pictures out, or you'll just be seeing the basic details. You want to meet this person, we help you run the connection. Now, there's always the disclaimer that shine your eye. Many are called, some are thieves. We will try our best to make sure thief does not enter, right? But like I said at the beginning, it is ultimately your responsibility to scrutinize, to run your own check on anybody, to just be sure that this person is who they say they are. That burden is not mine to bear in this case. I'm not vexed. It's not mine to bear. But we'll do a basic check of who we're letting in. We'll get to see you, get to, there's a form you'll fill. It's a basic form. And we'll just be sure that, okay, this person is who they say they are. Now, we'll be doing random checks, so we'll be doing random background checks. So, but that is not. So the first model we ran, we actually had physical validations of anybody who wanted to come in. Wherever you were, somebody was going to come and meet you there and confirm that you are this. We have that network all over the country. Kano, Ondo State, Benin, Lagos, everywhere. We did physical verifications for everybody. But I know the kind of resources it took to achieve that. And then with so many constraints in Nigeria these days, I'm not doing that again. But what I'm saying is, anyone you see and you think you're interested in, you let us know, we help you. We just do the connection to both of you, and then you take the conversation forward. But beyond that, I want to be able to direct a lot of my trainings, my real premarital coaching and training. I want to direct it to the people in that community, right? So before I had done the premarital masterclass, I've done some of those kind of general meetings. Now they will just be directed at members of that community, all right? And because it's assumed that anyone who comes there is saying, I'm ready to get married. And if you're ready to get married, one of the things that we're telling people that you should be aware of is that you should be more interested in learning about marriage than in finding the partner first. You should be more interested. It's surprising how a lot of people assume that they are ready for marriage until they get in. Many people start learning from their own experiences. Sometimes after they've really spoiled things really bad, they start learning how to talk, how not to talk, what to say, what not to say, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. You see, you can spare yourself that harassment by learning ahead of time. And as a matter of fact, one of the recent certifications or licensing programs I did, was on a flourishing marriage blueprint. There are practical things that you will be taught, that you will learn, that you will apply yourselves to. And see, some of these things, success is not by chance. Neither is failure by chance. Success and failure are predictable. Let me say it again. Success is predictable. Let me focus on success. It's very predictable. If you want to succeed in your marriage, there are basic things that you can put in place that will guarantee you success. Those are the secrets we want to teach people. And what you need to know is that it will impact on you. It will transform you, because you have to be the version of what you want to see in your marriage. Enough of saying you want a Mr. Right or Miss Right. Are you right? That's the focus. So I'm going to channel all our premarital, all our hardcore premarital content. I'm going to channel it to the members of this community. I'm going to organize this kind of, we're going to have special meetings, it's a full package. I'm not leaving anything out. Prayer sessions, men of God will come and teach and rebuke and cast out when they need to cast out evil spirits. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we are going all out to make sure that, God's people will find themselves kingdom partners. That is the idea. Enough of thinking that marriage is hard. It's like a rocket science that you cannot. I see comments sometimes. People say things like, marriage is whatever you see, or you manage it, or there's no formula for marriage. I've heard people say that, and I'm very quick to comment that it can work. It is predictable. The ones that are working, it's not by mistake. There's something that is right, that is happening there. That thing can be learned. That thing can be taught. Yes, it's true that no two humans are the same and no two situations are the same, but principles are the same and are universally valid. That is why they are principles. Whether stone is white or stone is black, whether it is in Nigeria or it is in Australia, if you throw it up, it will come down. That's what we are saying. It's principle, it's gravity. Whatever goes up will come down, irrespective of the material, irrespective of, besides the ones that, there are gases that you can put in balloon and it will keep going up, it will not come down. You understand my context, right? But the law of gravity holds true anywhere, everywhere, irrespective of who is trying it. That's principle. That's why we teach principles. We don't just teach examples. And if you follow my teachings many times, there are times people told me that I should be using a lot of example of what is going on around town. And I'm saying, no, don't get distracted. The thing that is going on around town, that failed marriage, that failed celebrity marriage that you are talking about, you want to find out what are the principles that were not followed. What are the things that can be done to keep it going, to make it work? Do you understand? That's what we're teaching. Principles are universally accepted, anywhere, anytime. Anything worthwhile, take note, anything worthwhile does not succeed just by chance. It is by principle. All right? And marriage is not left out. So I'm just saying all of this because I'm pouring my full passion and my full coaching heart into that community. And what I want you to do for me is, if you're here, you're not yet seeing someone, and you want to increase your chances. We're just starting, so it's still just going to be 1, 2, 3 people in the room right now. But I want to encourage you. You're single, you're searching. Not that you're in a relationship with somebody unless it's a fake relationship ahead. But if you're single and you're searching, you're available, and you are ready to get married if you see a Mr. Correct, feel free to chat us up and get it. Yes, it's a paid service. Let me not forget that. It's not free of charge, but it's a ridiculously cheap thing. All I'm taking is 5K. All right. And that is because it's a service, basically. I don't need to justify it. There's a lot we're going to do. I don't want to put money first. I want to put the value first. And that is why this time. So something I did wrong the last time was I had different packages, and I told people that some of the packages that if you subscribe to this, I'll give you husband, I'll give you wife. My brother, I'm not promising anybody nothing. What I'm telling you is I will coach you. That's my promise to you. And if you enter the community, you stand the chance of meeting somebody. But that me, I'll carry myself. I'm going to start shopping for wife and husband. I am out. I'm not doing that one. So what I want to happen is that I want the numbers. You know, of course, because the more the numbers, the more the chances of meeting people. So I want us to spread it. I want you to tell your friends, tell your co-single friends, if you're single, if you're married, tell your single friends who are serious-minded people. Let them know that you know the person that is coordinating this one. It's me. It's me, Coach Mayzy. I'm the one coordinating it, right? And let them know that they would meet other like minds like them in this community. All right. So start spreading the word. The link is on my bio. The poster is also on. It's on our. Of course, we'll keep sharing it. We'll keep sharing it. You know, the link is very simple. bit.ly/love code community, and then it will take you to where you make the payment, and then you fill the form, and then we'll contact you and onboard you into the community. All right. So I mean that's mostly it for the gist today. I said today was not a typical session. Today it was just to talk about the pros and cons of matchmaking, you know, and then I actually expected that I'll be able to take one or two people in the live room, but the network did not permit it. I'm so sorry about that. But if you wanted to join us in the room and you want to give it a try again, feel free to send me a request to come in, and I'll receive it. I'll receive you into the room. If that doesn't work, I'll try to also extend an invite to you. All right. So any questions about what I've said? Any questions about the Loveness community? Any questions about concerns about matchmaking? You know, would you consider it if you were not married yet? If you had not found someone, would you consider it? If you have not found someone, but you have told yourself, never, a child of God like me, what can I be doing in that kind of place? I cannot never be there. Let's share your thoughts with us. Share your thoughts. It's not a mark of faithlessness. Those are some of the things. I'll deal with some of the myths that people have in their minds about these things. I'll talk about that next week. You know, the myths of around matchmaking. One of them is that it's a mark of faithlessness. It shows that you don't have faith in God. And no, it may not be. It may not be. It may not be. You had faith in God that you will get a job, and that was why you were applying for all the vacancies you saw anywhere. It's not because you didn't have faith. But I'll talk about that next week, because if I get into that now, you know, it'll take some time. All right, so share with me what you think. But what I want you to know is that I have restarted the matchmaking thingy. The only difference is that this time I'm not going all out to do the actual physical connections, but I've created an environment, a community. Come in if you're eligible, join. You'll see other people who are eligible. You won't be able to slide into anybody's DM. No, it is controlled. You want to meet anybody, you talk to me, I connect you to the person. All right. That's the way it's going to be done. Until I want to do this until I am overwhelmed and I cannot manually do it again before we automate it. That's the idea. But you want to meet anyone, you have to indicate, I want to meet this person, and then I connect both of you, and then we follow up with you guys, and then we engage you guys in conversations and teachings and trainings till tomorrow. Some adults don't know what kind of conversation to have with somebody. Being able to have important conversations. You don't know your health status, both of you. You don't believe that let's marry first. Let's just marry first. Don't worry now. There's nothing God cannot do. You know, there's this thing people say, when you ask a question, they say it's just God. It's just, everything is just God. It's not just God. It is God and you. In fact, in matters of earth and the matters of your life, many times it is you that God is waiting for. All right? So there are still people, adults in this age and time right now, who are having the mindset that, anybody that just asked me out this year, I've said I must marry this year. Anybody that asks me out, no time for shakara, no time for anything. No, we agree first. Anything that happens, we'll work it out after all. So there are other people, then different people have issues in marriage. Now, nobody has it perfect. You know, you hear all those kind of things. Please, if you're still thinking like that, stop it. All right? In as much as I'm very eager to help people get married, my more important concern is helping you marry right. It's not just to get married. All right? And I won't put pressure on anybody because of age. I say, time is running out. No. If it's 40, you want to marry, excellent. If it's 45, you marry, good and fine. Marriage that will work and that will last, and that will be a kingdom marriage, that will give glory to God, and you raise godly seed. Do you understand? If it is 25 for you, excellent, good and fine. But the point is, you are not in competition with anybody. What is most important is you. Find yourself. Become a wholesome person. Become a flourishing individual. Become a husband material. Become a Mr. Right. Become a Miss Right. Become that yourself. When you are that, I'm not telling you that it will be easier to identify the person that would do life together with you. Okay, it will be easy. It will be easy. Stop all this confusion. And if you know anybody who is confused about who to get married to, two people are asking me out, I don't know which one. There are 3 people on my case, I don't know which one. Or you are the man, you are looking at 5 girls. This one has big front, the other one has small back, the other one has, you are confusing yourself. If you come and talk to me, come. I will help, I will clear your eyes. You know, there's a coach and there's a pastor in me. There's coach, there's counselor, there's pastor. Coach is not pastor. Pastor can show you the love of Christ and gentleness. Coach is there to help you to make the right decisions. Do you understand? And coaching is usually not fun. Have you enrolled in a gym before? And they ask you what's your goal? You say, I want to lose it. I want to burn 20 kg by next. No problem. When they engage you in routine, only you go tell coach, say, bros, no verse, I don't want to kill myself. That's just what I'm trying to tell you. So some of you actually need people to help you. Help you. We used to say in Agape for those days, we'll flog your destiny into perspective. Do you understand? Many times people need someone to help them take that serious decision and get serious with their lives. All right. So if you depending on your situation, I will know which one to bring out. Yes, Zenani, yes, there's coach and pastor here. It's true. So depending on the situation, I'll know which one to apply to you. But my point is, it's about time people took responsibility for their lives. You need to do this. You need to do this. If you don't learn it before you get married, you will be overwhelmed in marriage. And you will not blame anybody. It will not be the fault of anybody. It will entirely be your fault. So please, this is what I want you guys to help me do. If you're interested, you need more details, chat me up if you have my number, slide in the DM, to drop your questions. But please help me spread the word. Tell your friends. Like I said earlier, this thing is going to thrive on numbers. All right? And typically, I know guys will not really want to do these kind of things, right? But convince them. Give them my number. Let them call me. Let them chat with me. Let's talk. All right? If you know a serious-minded guy, serious-minded, he's ready for life. You just never see the right gear. The last one breaking heart. The other one disappoint him. The other one no sabi cook. You not trust her. Girls they do. Whatever, right? But he's serious. Please bring them to me. Give them my number. This is what I'm dedicating my time to, my service to. All right. So please give them my number. Let them talk to me. Let them join the community. I want us to do this thing, and I'm going to try my best to spread the word as much as I can. Thank you, Amara. Thank you. I'm going to try my best to spread the word as much as possible. Typically, people that, social media people know how to be very nasty in their comments ahead. I remember when we first started Single and Ready Club, and then we put out adverts, we really went all out, advertised on the major blogs and all of that. What did we know here? Let me just use some of the terms as it were, as well as it were. People say, another shower club. Hey, this one, that one. Oh, fraudsters have come again. They want to steal people's money. So we say, don't you have a conscience? You can't be making money off people's pain, off people's need. Not wrong, not good here. Anyway, I'm not trying to convince anybody that is not interested. But if you think you're interested, please. All right, let's talk. I'm in business. I want to help you become a better person and become a better husband or wife material, and also increase your chances of finding people. So spread the word. Tell your friends. Give it a try. So the good thing with this thing is that it is very confidential. It's very private. You can be inside there and nobody. If you say, I don't want people to, I'm shy. No problem. You can be there and nobody will know that you are there. We will just be putting your details out. Oh, there's a man, he's 6'5", he's black, he's handsome, he works in this, and he wants this kind of hair. We'll be doing all those kind of posts so that people will know. And then by the time they don't meet you, if you work, good and fine. If you don't work, we continue. But let me be drawing here for you people, please. Those that are looking only for physical aspect, please, may the Lord help you and deliver you from that thing. It's not physical aspect that you're looking for. You have to look out more for values, spiritual connection. You have to look for the things that matter. Are you of the same faith? Do you believe the same things? Do you believe the word of God if you're a Christian? Do you share the same faith? Do you believe in the Holy Spirit? Do you believe in prayers? Do you believe in giving? Do you believe in going to church? Or you believe that I serve God in my heart? What is church? I don't go to anybody's church. Nobody can deceive me. I read my Bible by myself. Listen to me. You don't understand what you're reading. I'm telling you categorically. There are things that you need a pastor to explain to you. That's the truth. That's the truth. Later I'll talk about that. But it's there. That's why God gave gifts to people. All right. There's certain rema you will not catch until you listen to somebody preach it. Because by yourself, you will never have the wavelength to process it until the person who has that grace to communicate it receives it and shares it with you. All right. So for people that say my church is in my heart, it's not like that. But my point is, you need to be sure that you people are in sync. Now, there are some people who really, they want to serve God. They really want to serve God. They just don't know how. Because of their environment, because of how they grew up. This thing is alien to them. They are still learning it. Meanwhile, you grew up from your mother's womb, speaking in tongues and serving the Lord. All right? Now, there are certain things that, there's a particular couple. I started first with basic foundation school coaching for the young man. First. We did that for a long time before we even entered premarital training. Do you understand? So there are people like that. Yeah, they want to serve God, but they don't know, doctrinally there's still a lot of gap, like there's no depth. We will teach you. That's what I'm saying. We will do all of that. We are dedicating our time to it. This is what I'm here for.